Welcome to this video on missing values treatment. In this video, we'll be seeing the different techniques to identify missing values and subsequently treat them. So let's get started. First of all, let's import the pandas library and the dataset which is present in data.csv file. Now, let us have a look at the dimensions of the dataset. So we can see that there are 891 rows and 12 columns. So let us first start with identifying the missing values. The first method to identify missing values is the use of the describe function. So let us use the describe function first. So here we can see that the describe function has returned some properties like count, mean, standard deviation, etc. But what we are more interested in identifying the missing values is this count property. So how can it be used? So we'll be using this in conjunction with the shape function. Since there are 891 rows, so these rows must be consistent across all columns. And this count function gives the number of rows read for each column. So for example, passenger ID, there were 891 entries read. For survived, similarly 891, P class 891. But here we can see that for the age, there were just 714 entries that were read. So this suggests that there are some missing values in the age variable. However, there is one caveat. Describe function only works on continuous variables. So in case there are missing values in categorical variables, they won't be identified using this function. So let us move to another technique where we can identify the missing values for the both continuous and the categorical variable. We'll be using the isNull function to check where are the missing values in the data frame first. So here we can see that this has created a table with or a data frame which is of the same size as of original, that is file. But here the entries are the boolean values, false or the true. So the places where there are missing values are represented by true, such as this, and where there are no missing values are represented by false. But this is not very helpful. What we mostly want is to see the number of missing values in a particular column. So this can be easily achieved using the sum function. Let's just use the sum function over it. So what basically this will do is it will calculate the sum of the missing values in a particular column. So when I run this, it returns an output such as this. So for example, it tells us that there are 177 missing values in the age column, 687 in the cabin column, and 2 in the impact column. These two were not present in the describe function because these are the categorical variables. Now since we have identified the missing values, let's see how we can treat them. So the very first thing that we usually do is we can drop the observations or entries wherever there are missing values. So first of all, let's drop all the rows wherever there are any missing values. We'll be using the drop any function to drop all the rows wherever there are any missing values. So let's just do that. So here we can see that we have dropped all the rows wherever there are any missing values. Now there are no missing values in this data set. So how do we confirm that? Let us just use the isNull function and the sum function on this to see if there are any missing values. So here we can see that there are no missing values. So the care has to be taken that file.drop_any only just shows you a copy where there are no missing values. It doesn't changes the original file. So in case you need to change the original file, just write over here file equal to, and this will create a modification in the original file. But for now, let's just do not use that. The next thing is we might want to remove rows where all the entries are missing values and not just any single entry. So what this would have done is, even if there was a single missing value in any row, it would have removed that row. But what we are going to do now is, if there are all the missing values in a row, then only it gets removed. So we'll be using the how parameter inside the drop any function. Let's do that. So what this has done is, it has removed the rows only where all the entries are missing. Let's just see its size. We can use the shape function to see the size. So here we can see that there are 891 rows and 12 columns, and we have originally had 891 rows and 12 columns, so there is not any single row where all the values are missing in this case. Now let's move to the next technique where we might want to remove the columns which have any missing values. So I'll still use the drop any function, but instead we can change, or we can use the axis parameter to remove the columns instead of the rows. So let's do that. So here we can see that this has returned a data frame where there are less number of columns, and the columns that have been removed are the one which have any sort of missing values. So let's just check the shape of this function, and it is 891, 9. So earlier we had 12 columns, now we have 9 columns. So by using x is equal to 1, we can change whether we want the missing values to be removed from rows or columns. Now what if we want to remove the column only if there are all the missing values in the column? So similar to this case, we can use how equal to all. Let's just do that. Now let's just take the shape of it. So here we can see that there is no single column in which there were all the missing values. Now since we know how to identify the missing values and how we can drop rows and columns for different conditions, let's now see how we can fill these missing values. So first of all, let's see where we can fill all the missing values in the data frame, for example with a value called 0. We'll be using the fill_na function. So let's see how we can use the fill_na function to impute the missing values with 0. So when we do something like this will return a data frame which is the original size of the original data set, and here all the missing values have been filled by 0. Now what if we want to change the original file? So this is just a copy of the file that you are receiving. Now if you want to change the original file with the missing values, what we can do is we can do something like in place equal to true. So what this will do is this will modify the original file and give you the output, but we do not want to do that for now. Now this command has replaced every missing value in the entire data frame. What if we want to fill the missing values in a particular column? That can be easily also done by just accessing that column and using the fill_na function. So let's just see, we are trying to impute the missing values in the age column. So let's just impute the missing values in the age column with 0. So first of all, we'll be accessing the age column. So once we have access to that, we can use the fill_na and with the value that we want to fill. So what this will do is this will return the column with the missing values being replaced by 0. So this is how you can impute missing values in a particular column with any particular value. Now what if you want to impute the missing values with the mean of a column in case of continuous variable? So since age is a continuous variable, let's just impute the missing values in the age variable with the mean age. So similar to, like, first of all we'll access the age variable, then we'll use the fill_na since we'll be filling the na. Now here we have to specify the value with which we want to fill the missing values. We want the mean of the age variable, so let's just calculate the mean of the age variable, and this is it. So instead of 0, you have now filled your missing values with the mean age. Similarly, you can do things for the median and the mode. So this was all about missing values treatment in pandas. Thank you.